Maybe it'll stay connected this time. Hmm. I don't like it whenever it disconnects like that. It's very irritating, especially when it does it a lot. It does it a lot. It's very irritating. But I think we're stable now. So I already made a stream this morning. I'm going to make it a rerun because I recorded it. And I think it's very informative for the most part. So I'm going to let that run now. I think we're good. I think reinstalling this application has helped. So I'm going to mute myself. Hope you're doing well. Here's the video I made this morning. Enjoy. Well, it's not picking up the audio, but I can do it this way. Do it this way. If it works.
Nearly a month. All right, then.
Yeah.
You're sharing.
All right.
Yeah. Here we go.
This should work.
All right. So good morning. Welcome to the stream. I just want to tell you that I've made it a month and a half with no THC, a month and a half with no nicotine, and nearly a whole month without pornography. This is a great thing for me personally because YouTube, that's all I used to be about. Smoking cigarettes, using weed, using porn, and it really detrimented me as a human being as far as my thought process and things of that nature. I would like to say that it's gotten a lot better since I've stopped marijuana, especially, and probably the nicotine as well, because I was using vapes, and you get in the habit of using vapes all the time, just And then pornography, that's an ultra stimulation for many people, and I'm not saying that none of it's bad to use. You can use whatever you need to in your life. I'm not going to judge you. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. Unless it's a crime. Now, if it's a crime, you might have to call, the police and make a documentation and be like, hey, bro, something like that. Whenever crimes are involved. But other than that, these things are there to either use or not to use. And that's the choice you got to make for yourself. For myself now, this is really, really crazy to think about. Is if I make it an entire year for myself of not using these things, which limit you to some degree or another. They can limit you to some degree. I'm not really worried about people that defend weed and say, well, God made it. It's a plant. Well, so is belladonna. But you don't go and see me eating that toxic shit, right? So, God made everything. Yeah, of course, sure. But your brain, from what I understand, women that are pregnant that use weed, abnormalities are probably happen to the baby to some degree or another, because it limits the brain function and it stunts and stagnates, just like pornography. It stagnates the human being. That's all they think about. That's all. Whenever they see a pretty lady, that's all they can think about. It's like just having sex with her, And really, it's more of, hey, you know what? Let's try to bond and connect and be with one another, not in the sense of just sex alone. So those are some things that are becoming clear to me in my own mind, And years have went by. I'm 35 years old, and all I can say is I'm grateful and thankful to God Himself. Cats, please stop fighting. They want to fight. People like to fight. They choose to fight. Pick your battles. Pick and choose your own battles. You know what I'm saying? That's up to you to do. My battles, for a long time, have been this fucking paranoid, pornography, THC, and nicotine. And as my streaks continue, I'm using Copilot here, and you can see that 46 days, 46 days and 24 days. So you can tell your Copilot, hey man, I'm trying to stop pornography. I want to do this now. And what you can do is you can go right here on your browser, right? You're saying, let's see, hang on, Microsoft extension block site. Okay, there's one that I'm using specifically. It's called block site. And what? Site blocker and focus. Site blocker and focus. Cat, don't stop it. Anyway, you cats, man, I tell you what. Anyway, there's the one I use. Block site blocker focus mode. And see, I used to frequent, let's see, we'll click this, and then it's like block current site. And then I don't think it'll open back up. It should, well. Let's try this. Wait a minute. Let's try Rumble. It should work anyway. There it goes. You block it, and the side's blocked. That's one way that you can stop using things like I've used before in the past. I used to use Tiny Chat, Stumble Chat. I was off from Stumble Chat for 24 days, and I unblocked it, and I went in there for about, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. And that's it. Goodbye, people I once knew. And if you want to see me, come to my Kick or my Rumble or my YouTube or whatever that I have available just to share my life. Because I like to share my life sometimes, and I don't think there's really anything wrong with that. But truly, I don't. And thank you so much for any time that you've viewed me or subbed or whatever, because I don't expect no money. I don't expect anything. I just want to make content just to make content because I don't have much to do. And it keeps me focused away from the things that I used to do, which I want to make it a year. I would be so proud of myself for making it a year. And I thank God for everything that I've been through and I've lived through and I went through and I've done. And I don't really regret anything. I'm glad I experienced the bad, the shame, this and that. It all comes from being human. I'm thankful for all of it. Now you take care. God bless.
All right, so that was my video I made this morning. I don't know how well that it came on and that you could hear it, but I wanted to share it because I think it was worthwhile to share for anyone that may come by, pass by, want to know a little bit more about Matthew, what he's doing. Is he staying clean? Is he staying sober? He is. He's doing really good. He's very thankful to God, as you could tell. And life is hard, no matter what state of life you're in, and God loves you. And that's the biggest message that I could give to you today, is that God loves you. He sees you for who you are. But the only choice you have to make for yourself is, are you going to be real with God? And, that right there will make anybody, or should or would or could make anybody more humble, in my opinion, because I don't expect nothing from anyone anymore. I desire to be independent, and I desire to, just live by the Spirit, and hopefully others will choose that life for themselves. I can't force nobody to do anything, and like I said before about the things that I used to use, I'm not saying any of it's bad, but it is, in my opinion, bad for your brain to keep doing those reruns and those reruns and those reruns and those reruns, and you're literally running on a hamster wheel, not going nowhere, not progressing, in my opinion. You're going to keep yourself in this constant battle where, in my opinion, Jesus sets you free. He can set you free from the bondage if you so desire. And with that, I'm going to leave you. Take care. Bye-bye. Might play some Halo, might not. Check you later.